Hi guys, Miss Nusik again. We're going to look at number 5 and 6 from your steel practice. Okay? 5 says, they rose when she entered, a small, fat woman in black, with a thin gold chain descending to her waist and vanishing into her belt, leaning on an ebony cane with a tarnished gold head. Her skeleton was small and spare. Perhaps that was what would have been merely plumpness in another, was obesity in her. She looked bloated, like a body long submerged in motionless water, and of that pallid hue. Her eyes, lost in the fatty ridges of her face, looked like two small pieces of coal pressed into a lump of dough as they moved from one face to another while the visitors stated their errand. Okay? So in this excerpt, we have a heavy idea of what this main character looks like. So the author's using the L from steel. Okay. We know that this woman is she's a woman. Okay. We know that she's small and fat, dressed in black, with a thin gold chain going down to her waist. We know that she walks with a black cane that has a tarnished gold head. Okay. We know that, again, she's obese. She looks like she's obese because she's so short. Okay. Again, her skeleton was small and spare, very small, very spare, not really allowing things to even out. And that's going to add to why she looks like she's so obese. Okay. We also know what her face looks like. She has fatty ridges in her face. Her eyes are two small pieces of coal pushed into a dough as they're moving from one face to another. Okay. So we would get a really good picture of what this character is looking like. We also have the effects on others. Okay. So how this woman is affecting other people. We know that when she enters a room, people are standing up. We usually see people stand up when someone of a higher authority is coming in, like a judge. So we know that this woman is respected. Okay. However, we also know that this woman is feared, okay? Because as she is in the room and these visitors are stating their errand, they're not trying to make small conversation with her. They're just there to state what they need and get out, okay? So she doesn't have a very warm presence to other people, okay? Number 6 says, at breakfast on our chosen day, when Mama, Daddy, and Aunt Nisi were in the dining room, I brought Doodle to the door in the go-kart, just as usual, and had them turn their backs. There wasn't a sound as Doodle walked slowly across the room and sat down at his place at the table. Then Mama began to cry and ran over to him, hugging him and kissing him. Daddy hugged him too. So I went to Aunt Nisi, who was thanks praying in the doorway, and began to waltz her around. Doodle told them it was I who had taught him to walk. So everyone wanted to hug me, and I began to cry. Okay? So we get an idea of this main character who goes unknown, undisclosed. Okay? So we're just going to refer to them as the sibling. Okay? The sibling is very, very kind and compassionate and patient, okay? They have positively impacted their sibling Doodle's life because they've taught him how to walk, okay? This is going to fall under the effects on others, okay? So how does the sibling, the main character that we're talking about, affect other people? Well, we know that they are affecting them in a kind way. They didn't have to teach Doodle how to walk, but they did, okay? They were patient because when you teach someone, it takes a lot of patience because they're not going to get it on the first try, okay? Everyone is also very grateful towards this person. So they are thanking them, they're wanting to hug them, okay? So how this person affects others is in a positive way